Good morning, fellow YouTubers. It's currently 11:38 a.m. on July 26th. This is Jonathan, and today I'm going to be covering two topics. First of all, I made a video yesterday about the SEC reporting on the cryptocurrencies exchange for funding, basically ICOs. So initial coin offerings. And basically, it was investigating a company, a German corporation, that was going under the name of Slock.it, Slock.it. The reporting is, or the report is about, I think it's 18-page long. I will be posting it in my description. If you want to read it, I think is important as, if you have cryptocurrencies and if you are interested by any means by the cryptocurrency world and blockchain mainly, and the way that startups are actually funded for creating algorithm or code scripts that are addressing very specific needs, demand, or very specific geography, then I think it's important that you keep up with this. So you can read the report. There is a summary of it, so I'll post a summary, and then within the summary, there's a full reporting on it. And yesterday in my videos, I made some statements based on my understanding of what I was reading. Obviously, I do not have a law degree. I am not a lawyer or an attorney. This is a little bit outside of my realm, but I've read contracts before. I work in a sales organization for a large tech company. I've read contracts before, and I was fairly comfortable with some of the statements that I made without pushing it too far and getting into legal opinion. Um, but I think I was making some statements about the pros and cons for companies that wants or corporation that wants to are legit and wants to get funding for launching their program. The SEC report goes into details about how these companies or these corporations are funded for those projects and the method they're using for ICO. And this is what the report goes through. And I was waiting actually for someone that has a legal background, that has an attorney, to come out and basically kind of dumb it down for people like me and you that do not have a legal degree. Now, every time there's a statement from a government organization, that are coming out with some statement or reporting, there's always two sides of the middle. There is the side which is basically what does the report says. What does it say, and some of the opinions or some of the legal opinions in there about some very specific facts. And then there's what the document doesn't say. And having obviously a legal background does help if you have a legal background in business, and especially if you're like Mr. Santori here, a policy counsel to blockchain and an advisor to the IMF, blockchain legal ambassador to the state of Delaware, then you can come out and pretty much make some you can come out with some legal statements that which the report doesn't mention. What does the report doesn't mention? And I couldn't do that yesterday. I was waiting for someone with a legal background to come out, and I'm so glad my friend Connor this morning texted me. Is like, hey dude, you got to take a look at this. Mr. Marco Santori, this guy, I've been following him. Is an attorney in this space, and he just came out with a statement. Now, Mr. Santori is a attorney, is legal ambassador, and therefore, whatever statement he's putting out there, it's his job. His legal legal certificate that he's putting on the table right there, basically saying these are the statements that I'm making against the security report. So whatever this guy is saying is, he's putting it out there on social medias. So I would assume that he holds dear to his bar. his law degree, and I would assume that everything he says is most likely true. And I would highly recommend that you go take a look at his Twitter feed. He has 20 tweets of anywhere between 120 to 140 characters. So that's almost, yeah, that's anywhere between 1700 to 2000, 2400, 2800 characters in there. So, I mean, it's not a very detailed oriented statement, but I do believe it does touch on the major points. So please, if you are in cryptocurrency, I think this is an important topic. I've personally never funded an ICO. I mean, I did have some questions about the method they were using, but I never funded one. So, but it still applies to the overall blockchain world and the future of the technology, and how companies or corporations that are out there will need to be, especially from the United States, or that have intention of getting investors from the United States. Very important point, by the way. Will have to abide to some SEC regulations. So this is very important. Go on there. I'm going to put it in the description. And please, after reading it, if you have an opinion, if you ask a question, obviously tweet it. But also you can come back to my YouTube channel and you can post it in the comment box. Yesterday, one of my follower, believe subscriber as well, did ask questions. What does it mean for the general person? For the regular, the exact words were for the regular investors like me and you. And I did give my opinion, but really I was hoping to see something like this morning, and it did. So I'm glad for it. Go take a look at it. All right, what's going on with the market? So very unstable, and I think it has to do with the fact that we're coming up to August 1st, and there's been a lot of FUD out there. There's been a lot of large corporation medias that are actually covering, good magazines with good reputations, or reputations overall, that are kind of covering this SegWit, or the blockchain SegWit for Bitcoin. So there's a lot of propaganda. These large corporations, those large media corps, I mean, if they're good at covering kind of the overall, I can't even say that. They cover stories, and they cover stories with sensation. I can't pronounce that word, but sensational. They need to be sensational to get an audience, right? So they will put statement out there that sometimes, yes, they're based on facts, but they're missing details. And so I think right now, for the regular Joe like me, you, and any other investors, right now there's a lot of FUD out there, and a lot of people don't take the time to actually look under the curtain, or look behind the curtain, right? So what's beneath the story? What are the facts? Make some research. Go at Bitcoin forum. This is, by the way, one of the things you should do as an investor. Please go there. Bitcoin forum, bitcointalk.org. By the way, they do have, which I think is very important for anybody that owns Bitcoin that are trading, they have up here in their box here, you should still prepare for August 1st. There's a very short summary of what you need to do, and also detailed information. So this one here, this post, you cannot comment on it, but if you go to Bitcoin Talk, which is this one here, a lot of people, I mean, there's a lot more detail, and people can actually ask questions, get response from some forum members. So very important to debate. So what's going on with the market? Again, we're close to August 1st. There's a lot of neutrality in the market. You see the Bitcoin, there's not a lot of movement. And additionally, the Bitcoin and ANS share are correlated, right? So I speak about that in a previous video. I don't remember what the video I talked about this, but basically I'm talking about the correlation between NEO. They've rebranded. I got to make sure I use the new marketing team. So NEO is and share ANS NEO is correlated to the Bitcoin, and so whatever the movement is on one side, it most likely reflects on the other side, and this is what we're seeing right now. There's a lot of uncertainty, a lot of movement within 2700, and I did mention that yesterday, I believe in my video. I said, hey, this thing is going to hit the floor, and there's a solid floor at 2700. It might have some bleeps beneath it, which is 26.5, 26.6, but I don't foresee this going for the near future any lower. Now, there is a downward trend, so do not put all your money on this. I would highly recommend that, yes, you can play the market. This is a good thing for investors. If you're daily trading, this is really good actually, because you can make anywhere between 5 to 10%. I think this one was 10%, this one was 6%. This one was somewhere around 5%, and if you take a look, over a short-term period, those little ups and downs actually do make you money. If you time it right, it can make you some pretty good money. I personally like those movements. I hate those ones because it's a downward trend and it's really hard to time it properly. This is a good wave to surf, I should say. So what's going to happen next? It hasn't broken off until, this is a third wave, so until it reaches the 3,000, and even there, we need to take a look at the Bitcoin and what it does. But I don't foresee this going today further than 3,000 unless there's a whale that comes in and push it up. But I would be cautious as an investor. I'm cautious about what's going on right now because this could take any turn right now. It could go down or it could go up. I do have a video out there, and I was calling 2,400 for the Bitcoin, and it didn't happen, but it came very close. It went down to 2440, 45 or something like that. And so whatever I put on Bitcoin, take close look. I'll try to see if I can do a video later on today about Bitcoin. Yeah, that's it. There's no real movement upwards or downwards. There's no real trend. I can take a look at the 4-hour, but I think it's worthless at this point. I can't make other statement. But if you are looking into making money, I'd say invest a little bit of. You can invest a little bit of bitcoins, at a time. Get some profit. Get it out. 10%, get it out, wait till it comes back down, and then invest again, and then wait till it goes up, and take those earnings and invest them to keep your capital, your main capital. So that's my advice for today. Obviously I'm in for the long run, because I believe in the team, I believe in this coin, I believe in the community, I believe in the market they address. I believe in the market they address. I think they address the right market. That's it. Okay, guys, please, 3 things. Please give me some feedback. Obviously, very important for me to cater the videos to you. If you have a topic you'd like me to address, I can certainly do so. I am more of a technical chart reviewer. But I like knowledge. I'm a knowledge addict, so I will make research whatever I'm looking into. I will make the research for you guys and post it on